In 1902, Reverend Edgar J. Helms, a Methodist minister and early social innovator, was concerned over the lack of employment skills as immigrants came to the ports of Boston. Helms went door to door, collecting old furniture and clothing in need of repair, and trained the immigrants on how to mend and repair the broken items. The goods were then sold or given to the poor, and wages paid to the immigrants, and so Goodwill Industries was born. Fast forward to 1975, and Palmetto Goodwill received its charter to begin operating in South Carolina. 4 years later, in October of 1979, Palmetto Goodwill officially opened for business with a storefront on King Street in downtown Charleston. The early days were a struggle with little growth in the retail sector. We pursued a little-known government contracts program known today as Ability One. The contract work performed allowed Goodwill to grow and provide much-needed employment and training opportunities for people with disabilities. By the end of 1985, Palmetto Goodwill had grown from 9 employees to 129, largely due to the Ability One program. While Goodwill continued to grow through the addition of new contract opportunities, the agency still struggled with significant cash flow problems through the 80s and into the 90s. The loss of several contracts due to base closures, coupled with the retirement of long-term CEO Merrill Kinder, put Palmetto Goodwill at the crossroads as the 90s came to a close. This led to the development of the organization's first strategic plan and the hiring of its next CEO. At the time, Palmetto Goodwill employed 327 people and had a budget of just over $5 million. Despite struggles with the retail business line, in 2000, the board, led by its new CEO, took a bold step in developing and implementing an aggressive retail expansion plan that led to a prolonged era of growth and sustainability. As new stores were built, job link centers were added to provide free job training and employment services to people throughout our territory. In 2009, Palmetto Goodwill expanded into the Grand Strand, followed by further growth into the PD and Lower Midlands. The mission impact of Goodwill grew dramatically as we were employing more people, providing more services, and placing more people into employment. By the end of 2016, Palmetto Goodwill's workforce and operations had grown from 375 people to employing 1,200 people. As our mission services expanded and continued to help move more people into employment opportunities, the CEO and board became concerned that people we serve were not seeing upward mobility or significant wage growth. To address this issue, Goodwill's focus since the end of 2016 has turned to the development of educational, training, and credentialing programs to improve the lives of those we serve and strengthen their families. In 1979, when we opened our doors, nobody could have envisioned the immense impact Palmetto Goodwill would have. But as we celebrate our 40th year of operation in 2019, annually providing over 41,000 services to 15,000 individuals and assisting in the placement of 3,000 people into new jobs, which has a $50 million impact on the local economy. Palmetto Goodwill is committed to further growth and sustainability while continuing to be a valued provider of education, training, and employment services. Palmetto Goodwill, putting people to work since 1979.